Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. And today, heavyweight news and brief in a jam-packed edition. First off, the Russian contender Alexander Povetkin has decided to continue boxing, indicating he will again be fighting in the United Kingdom soon. It was unclear after the 39-year-old's loss to Anthony Joshua recently whether Povetkin would continue or retire. But in a post on social media, Povetkin says, "I have a desire to keep on. In good shape, in good mood. I'm not going to stop. I will have a bout, most likely in April, in London. I don't know with whom yet. It is hard to say how many more I'll have. Depends on my mood. Until now, I have it. I think there will be more than 1 or 2 fights." The clear inference from Povetkin there is he will be on the undercard of Anthony Joshua's next fight at Wembley on April the 13th. And that would be the 3rd consecutive Joshua card that he's appeared on. As I reported on in a separate video, Luis Ortiz is currently working on a 3-fight potential deal with Matchroom, and that's led some fans to speculate that Ortiz could potentially be paired with Povetkin for April. That'd be a bit of a fantasy matchup, so let's hope that one does actually come to pass. Be good to see more good fights like that one. And after Anthony Joshua's most recent undercard was very average, bang average, a Povetkin and Ortiz fight would be a great addition. Or actually Povetkin versus any decent contender. The WBA interim champion Trevor Bryan says he's working his way towards a Jarrell Miller fight, or one with Freza Kendo. Bryan, who recently picked up his strap against BJ Flores, says he has a history with Miller and would welcome an opportunity to shut him up.
Honestly, he's a younger fighter, he's undefeated, and that would be better for my record as well. The fight and a knockout, undefeated, another undefeated fighter. But whoever they line up, man, I'm ready to go. The dream is here. The dream been paying his dues. The dream been doing what he needs to do. The dream has that 0 behind my record, 20-0, 14 knockouts. I mean, I got a couple other titles, but it's my time now. So if it's Freza Kendo or if it's Big Baby Miller, it's either or. I welcome them on. But I mean, I'm not gonna give anyone any certain type of attention because this is my time. This is my attention now. This is for the world to watch, the world to see. This fight should be mentioning sometime soon within the next couple of weeks of who my opponent will be and where we'll be fighting.
Meanwhile, Jarrell Miller says he welcomes the opportunity to settle the score with Bryan.
Trevor don't want no smoke. Trevor don't want no smoke. I'm telling you right now, Don King is not picking up the phone. Let's hope Don King, Uncle Don pick up the phone. Uncle Don pick up the phone. I can smack Trevor Bryan around. Tell your coach Stacy number love, and I'm gonna smack you around. So please, all that smoke, but I don't want to fight you is BS. I would gladly smack your peanutted head behind around the ring in 5 rounds or less. Guarantee I will smoke you. So Trevor Bryan, if you want to smoke, holla at your boy.
And Miller, he's also gone on to say on social media that in respect of Joe Joyce, who's repeatedly called Miller out, he says he is willing to face the Brit, but just not yet.
Would I fight Joe Joyce? Yes, I would if it makes sense. Joe Joyce has to get wins. He can't just jump and skip the line, skip everybody else, talking about he won a title shot. He got to beat some worthy people. He beat up a cruiserweight his last fight that has never been a championship level fighter or won any kind of championship. I might have fought a cruiserweight, but he's on championship level. He had experience. So for him to get to any one of these top 10 guys, he got to earn it.
Andi Ruiz Jr. has officially called out Adam Kanelski on social media, saying on Instagram, "Adam Kanelski is a great fighter with a story similar to mine. Fat boy from a small town, fast and strong. He believes in his abilities like I do. He's an undefeated fighter with a good record. I'm focused on making this fight happen next. At PBC Boxing at AK Babyface, let's make it happen. Who wins this matchup and how? If you're really my fan or supporter, tag AK Babyface and PBC Boxing. At Big Baby, so that's Big Baby Miller, don't go telling AK Babyface that I'm a real threat and he should avoid me at all costs. I just want to fight the best. I'm not coming back to fight until I face a legitimate opponent. This ain't about money, it's about legacy. That goes to any heavyweight in the United Kingdom. The hardest part about boxing isn't getting hit, it's making the best fight the best." Andi Ruiz statement from Instagram. quick thoughts on that potential matchup? I like it. Both guys, they're very similar dimensions, both height, weight, look, sort of just visually they look very similar. And they're both pressure fighters. Kanelski, he might be the heavier hitter, but Ruiz is definitely the faster man with faster hands, and in my view, he's the better technical boxer. But one thing is for sure, it'd be a fun fight, and there'd be lots of punches thrown. Be hard to pick that one, I think. Peter Fury says Joseph Parker must drop his nice guy image. Talking to PSB Sports, Fury says Parker's got all the skills. He's a very nice young man, and I think Parker has to get that mean streak in him. Once he does that, I think he can come back. He's young, and he can do big things. Meanwhile, Peter Fury says the training camp to prepare Hughie Fury for Kubrat Pulev on October the 27th has wrapped up. Fury will fly out for Bulgaria on Saturday UK time. The inactive 18-0 prospect Bogdan Dinu has been added to that Pulev and Fury card. He will face the UK's Tom Little. It will be a rare chance for fans to see Dinu in action, as he's only fought half a dozen times since the start of 2015, and not once yet in 2018. Daniel Dubois has told Boxing Social he's willing to fight Nathan Gorman when the time is right. Gorman has been calling out Dubois repeatedly in 2018, confident he can beat his rival prospect. Dubois says, "Me and Gorman, it's a good fight, and I want to have that fight when the time is right. A few fights down the line, we can have that fight, definitely. It sounds like a great fight. I haven't been keeping up with what he's saying about us fighting, but it seems the case is that he is talking it up." And you can see from the social media post that Gorman's manager Ricky Hatton is repeatedly being questioned by Gorman about the prospect of a Dubois fight. Meanwhile, Nathan Gorman is back in the ring this weekend. An opponent for his 14th professional fight, which is being held in Brentwood in the United Kingdom, has not been named yet. The 13-0 contender Sergey Kuzmin will be back in action next month on the Dmitry Bivol undercard in Atlantic City. An opponent for that fight on November 24th has yet to be announced. The 2-0 heavyweight prospect Yevgeny Chichenko will also be on that card. British prospect Dave Allen says he's trying to set a fight with Canadian Dylan Carman for December in the United Kingdom. Carman recently knocked out touted prospect Simon Keane. And WBO 14th ranked Ebenezer Tete will be in action again this weekend in Ghana, although his opponent is not currently listed. If you can get a stream on that, you're doing well too. That's it from me. Drop a comment loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter. Boxing_squared. I'm out.
If you want even more boxing content, come and join me on Patreon.
Every week on a Sunday, I drop a new video on something topical or thought-provoking from the heavyweight division, ranging from rankings, the business of boxing, the false economy of deluded fanboys, the twists and turns in the division, to assessments of fighters and their statements. I hope to see you there, and for more information go to patreon.com/boxing squared. The address is on screen now.